Propaganda 2, Propaganda 2, was a Masonic lodge founded in 1877 under the Grand Orient of Italy. Its Masonic charter was withdrawn in 1976, and it transformed into an illegal, clandestine, anti-communist, anti-Soviet, anti-leftist, pseudo-Masonic, radical right criminal organization and secret society operating in contravention of Article 18 of the Constitution of Italy that banned such secret associations. Licio Gelli continued to operate the unaffiliated lodge from 1976 to 1984. P2, during this time, was implicated in numerous Italian crimes and mysteries. Oh, okay. I thought you were sending me the best D Marks video on fucking Turkey again, where I was going to be like, I'm not going to watch the fucking Turkish one when we're talking about Italy. Okay? P2 was implicated in numerous Italian crimes and mysteries, including the collapse of the Holy Z-affiliated Banco Ambrosiano, the murders of journalist Mino Pecorelli and banker Roberto Calvi, and corruption charges within the nationwide bribe scandal Tangentopoli. Okay? Propaganda 2 came to light through the investigations into the collapse of Michel Sindona's financial empire. P2 was sometimes referred to as a state within a state, or a shadow government. Okay? The lodge had among its members prominent journalists, members of parliament, industrialists, military leaders, including Silvio Berlusconi, who later became the prime minister of Italy, I think 20 years after the unveiling of these documents. The Savoy pretender to the Italian throne, Victor Emmanuel, and the heads of all three Italian intelligence services at the time, Sis de Sismi and Sasis, when searching Gelli's villa in 1982, true anon link. What is this? Okay, we're not gonna do that right now. It's insane. Motherfuckers be like, yo, Hasan, watch this. And it's like a fucking 2-hour podcast from my friends over at TrueAnon, and it's a SoundCloud link. When searching Gelli's villa in 1982, police found a document entitled Plan for Democratic Rebirth, which called for a consolidation of the media, suppression of trade unions, and the rewriting of the Italian constitution. Outside Italy, P2 was also active in Venezuela, Uruguay, Brazil, Chile, and Argentina. It was like an international secret society, which I think you probably understand what its use and power was in Italy. I think you get that, which is, you know, it's American help. Opinions on the importance and reach of P2 differ. Some see the P2 as a reactionary shadow government ready to preempt the takeover of power in case of an electoral victory of the Italian Communist Party. Others think it was nothing more than a sordid association of peoples eager to improve their careers by making powerful and important connections. Okay. Nevertheless, P2 was implicated in numerous Italian scandals and mysteries. Corriere della Sera takeover. I don't know if I can watch this Best D Marks video because I feel like there's going to be some TOS in here. You know what I mean? That's what I'm worried about. After didn't by the 80s the Communist Party of Italy embrace Euro-communism by the 80s? The fuck? Okay, if you understand that European communist parties 100% almost universally had adopted Euro-communism, or rather a basically functionally social democratic understanding, and like substituted any kind of like revolutionary action for state reform. Okay, you also understand that it wasn't just the communists that they were fucking up. They were coming after trade unionists, and they were coming after even social democrats in some instances in Europe, because NATO and NATO-involved elements were just straight up fucking fascists. They were using the fascists to eradicate any semblance of positive association with the USSR, or rather any kind of like, you know, communist resembling sentiment. These motherfuckers would have executed Nancy Pelosi, okay? And yes, they did kill you. So it doesn't matter if you're a real communist or not, okay? They just straight up would kill you. And they did, a lot.
After World War II, the specter of communism haunted Italy's ruling class. The partigiani, or the partisans, which had defeated the fascists and killed Mussolini, were mostly communists. The popularity of communism was exploding. During the end of the war, the Communist Party of Italy had more than doubled in size. They would gather about 150,000 armed people. And in 1944, over 500,000 workers in Torino, waving the red flag, shut down the factories for over a week despite brutal Gestapo repression. The Communist Party became the second largest party of Italy.
There is no shot this doesn't have a fuck ton of dead bodies in it. This is literally from an account. This is straight up from an account called Bestie Marks, which seems awesome. I like it. One Piece and Marks reference. And also, it's just like, there's no way. There's no way that this doesn't have shit in it. So we're not going to watch this. Yeah, that was a recreation, everybody. Calm down. Channels like this love showing, you know, educational material that unfortunately is not going to meet the standards of Twitch. I'm not gonna watch it. Stop sending me the Nandre ban. I know he's not fucking banned, dumbass. He was in my chat earlier, okay? Fuck. Anyway, some interesting data on politics and voting or dating. New growing ideological polarization between men and women spells bad news for marriages. Why men moving slightly right? Why? What is this? Why women moving strongly left and fewer Americans willing to date and marry across the aisle? Generation Y is millennials. Oh, okay. I thought it was, I didn't know what that was. Okay. In the last decade, young single men have been moving to the right, even as their female peers have been moving even further left. This poses a major challenge for people looking to marry, given that many of today's young adults showing a growing preference for partnering with someone who shares their politics. So, yeah, that Benadryl is hitting. I'm starting to yawn. Though it does seem to make sense to marry someone who shares your core beliefs. Granted, partisanship determinant of the choices made in love and marriage is not a wholly new phenomenon. Americans have been sorting partners by politics for decades. This is a wise strategy for most people, assuming that for many, an ultimate goal of dating is to find a spouse, because research suggests marriage across political or religious lines, when those things matter significantly to each partner, can be less happy, more conflicted, and more likely to end in divorce than marriages where spouses agree on religion and politics. Liberal women and conservative men who want to marry face a particular challenge. There are only 0.6 liberal young men for each single liberal young woman. Likewise, only 0.5 single conservative young women exist for every conservative young man. About 1 in 5 about 1 in 5 young single adults will have to put a ring on someone outside of their ideological tribe. A consequence of fact that far more single conservative men than conservative single women now exist, as well as more single liberal women than single liberal men. I took Kaya outside literally like half an hour ago, and she pissed and she shitted. Okay? She is not doing this because she needs to go out again, because she's desperately needing to pee. She's doing this because she's fucking bored. If she pees right now, it would be a stubborn piss. And I would probably, I should probably just take her upstairs anyway, regardless. Because no, I'm not going to fucking play with her, man. Oh my God. This is a fucking dog, okay? Not like a person or a child that you're supposed to constantly fucking give to every single one of their desires, no matter how silly they are. Okay? Shut the fuck up, everybody. God damn, I'm taking the dog away. I'm taking the dog away. Here's Philip DeFranco talking about.
That's the state of things now. But
Apparently
all that said,
he put me on
arguably the biggest LGBTQ plus story, and it was one of the most requested things over on the text line. We gotta unpack this massive mess with Nick Merckx, Call of Duty, Tim the Tap Man, and at this point, there's really no shortage of names that have gotten involved. Right, so for those of you who don't know, Nick Merckx is a massively popular streamer, with Nick being by far the most watched Call of Duty Warzone streamer in the world. I mean, so big, in fact, he's got his own skin. Tim the Tap Man, also very big in the space, also has his own skin. And this whole controversy started last week with a situation we actually covered, which also got one of our shows last week suppressed. Because with that, you had an esports commentator, Chris Puckett, sharing footage of a fight that broke out at a school board meeting in Glendale, California. Or with that, reportedly all happening just because the schools wanted to honor Pride Month. With Chris writing, Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life. With Nick then responding by saying they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. While he saw a fair share of people supporting Nick there, he also faced tons of backlash for that comment. With people saying that tweet, that was homophobic, it was bigoted, it plays right into the dangerous narrative that gay people are somehow preying on or pose a threat to children. You then had Nick responding to the controversy on stream, there standing by his tweet.
I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know that I did. I'm not apologizing about the tweets. I don't feel like it's wrong. It wasn't an anti, I guess, gay tweet. But if you think that I hate you because you're a certain way, you just couldn't be any more wrong.
With him adding there that he thinks this is a discussion that parents should have with children, that it should not happen in a classroom setting. With that, I mean, we're talking about this still on Monday, not smoothing the situation over. Because again, you had people having drastically different reactions. Some supporting Nick saying, yes, schools are trying to push the gay agenda. Whereas others went, no, this is just a way to support a minority group. A group that's been historically villainized oftentimes because of ignorance and the lack of conversation. And it's meant to make kids who may be LGBTQ+ not feel othered. But key thing with the story, by Thursday evening, you had people noticing that Activision had seemingly removed Nick's bundle from a couple of Call of Duty games. And their official Twitter account later confirming, due to recent events, we have removed the Nick Merckx operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating Pride with our employees and our community. With that then prompting its own massive wave of backlash against Call of Duty from people who think that Nick said nothing wrong and didn't deserve this. And while the story involved a lot of people in the gaming space, it also broke out past it, including the likes of right-wing figureheads getting involved, like former NRA spokesperson Dana Lash slamming Call of Duty for the decision. Regarding Nick himself, on Friday he issued a statement thanking people for backing him, writing, friends are created in good times, but families are built through adversity. Appreciate all of you that have my back, understand my position as a new father, and recognize the love I have for all. Ain't no hate in my heart, peace and love. But with that, the story kept growing and growing. Other popular streamers like Dr. Disrespect uninstalling Call of Duty over this.
You either need to apologize publicly to him or reinstate his bundle in order for me to consider playing Call of Duty again.
Though Dr. Disrespect's comments caused their own conversation because some thought that he stands to benefit from making this controversy even bigger. And that's because he's developing his own game that'll likely be competition with Call of Duty, which I can't deny that there is an incentive for him, though I do say this is once again just my personal opinion. He probably would have had this stance anyway. Or because there were a number of people in the space that kind of had this mindset. Like on Saturday, we talked about Tim the Tap Man. He put out a statement saying, Nick has been my friend for years. We went in getting our COD operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. In support of my friend, please remove the Tim the Tap Man bundle Call of Duty. With Activision later giving a statement statement and saying they honored his request and took the skin down. And so this whole situation has caused a massive divide online. You have people like Streamer Trainwreck siding with Nick, accusing Call of Duty of virtue signaling for clout and claiming what they are doing here with this situation only sends people further down the rabbit hole and divides by putting people into an angry state void of logic and understanding. But then on the other side of this, you have people, it's less about supporting Call of Duty, but more talking about the public reaction, especially considering the original context of the tweet in the comment. Because again, and it feels like a lot of this has been lost in the online discourse, this whole situation stems from, and the thing that was being commented on was a fight actually breaking out because Glendale schools were voting to go, hey, should we recognize June as Pride Month? A measure that affirmed, quote, a commitment to creating a safe, welcoming, and inclusive learning environment for all LGBTQ+ students, families, and staff members. Also encouraging schools to incorporate lessons on the LGBTQ+ community, but also the district saying leading up to this that intentional and harmful disinformation has been circulating about what is being taught. And with that, saying they follow state law and education policies. You also have people taking issue with how the protest itself was being presented, with, for example, the likes of Hassan Piker speaking on that today.
These guys who were duking it out with the parents there, most of them do not have children there. They don't even have children. Some of them are not even allowed near a school. Let's be real. These are like Proud Boys, January 6 rioters, people that basically protest almost professionally at this point, all around the Southern California area. Now, I'm sure Nick didn't know that. Many people don't know that. You have to be someone as brain broken as myself to know the details of this sort of thing.
And so that's why, among other things, you had people saying, dude literally cheered on violence against an LGBT+ rally by insinuating heinous shit about us. And now tens of thousands of people are all backing his fucked up rhetoric and promoting more violence. And people only uninstalling COD after Nick Merckx gets taken out of the store and not after Activision was found to discriminate against their female workers is so telling. But hey, that's a story as it stands now. We're probably going to see further developments. But yeah, I'll leave it on two notes. One, what are your thoughts on this story? But also two, I want to wish all you LGBTQ+ beautiful bastards a happy Pride. I know this year has got to be hard. I mean, I say I know. I don't know what that's like in here. But know while there is hate out there and plenty of ignorance, a lot of people love your faces. And then, you know, a lot.
Fucking guy, bro. He busted out the goddamn tank top for the Pride Month mention. You know what I mean? I see what you're doing, Philip. It's crazy. He busted the guns out. You the same amount of sun he's getting? Getting a lot more sun than I used to, but I'm still pale. It sucks. The sun sucks. Would you ever have Phil on the stream? Yeah, I would. Where's your tank top? No, I don't have, I'm not doing tank top today. So, where was I? So we saw that. Oh, this is crazy. Revolver Ocelot, aka Carlos Ocelot, said the N-word earlier, so that's interesting. So that's cool, I guess. I mean, that's what we're doing now. I don't know what's happening. Like, I feel like I don't know what's going on. I feel like people were basically like, I feel as though people went from like, man, this 2020 woke shit was like too much. Like, people are, it feels like people are it feels like people are saying things that are worse than what they actually believe. You know what I mean? And all it takes is for one of the major social media platforms to just be like, yeah, we're right wing. Like, it doesn't really matter. We're right wing as fuck. You know? And Twitter is that platform now. In 2016, it was definitely like YouTube. I don't even know if these people are that fucking right wing, like in their real life experiences. Because it weirds me out. Like, these guys are speaking like Leafy is here. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these fucking weirdos are behaving in a way where they are the balls to the wall. Like, oh, dude, you know, you're a pedophile if you're pro LGBT, that kind of thing. And I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Like, maybe people are that right wing and they were just like holding it back for a very long time. I don't know what the catalyst for this is, you know? I'm happy that there's a community here, even though it does sure feel kind of shitty. You're letting Twitter influence your idea of what's popular in public discourse? I think so. I want to hope that. I wish that and hope that that's the case. I hope that it's just like Twitter and people are just awful on Twitter because it's being boosted by the algorithm. But you know, bro, there's fucking... It sucks. It sucks. It went from like... It went from people calling me a hypocrite because I like bought a Gucci shirt to like people saying I'm a pedophile. And I feel like it happened in such a short period of time. And there was definitely a point in time where I was like, no, this is all the internet's doing. We're being, we just feel like this is the case. But it's all over Instagram. It's all over TikTok. It's all over the fucking place. No lie, bro. I see more right-wing conservative views straight from Fox News and people who were hyper-liberal. I don't know what's been going on. Yeah. I'm not kidding. I feel like people went from like throwing up black fists for BLM to just straight up being insanely reactionary over the course of like 2 years. And I don't know how the fuck this happened. Right-wing takes seem a lot more prevalent before. Even my lib-ass parents are spewing weird anti-trans and anti-drag shit. Is depressing. George Soros ran out of money? Maybe. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I try not to be discouraged, best of my ability, but it gets hard for sure. I know you see the worst of it, but I was tweeting today and I see more and more people being charitable to you than ever before. It's not like just biased places and spaces I'm in, because at least in a few cases where there are places where I wouldn't even expect people to have political takes. So centrists. Yeah, I feel like right-wing commentary is seen as hip and edgy. And every couple of years, we run this cycle again, over and over again, where we'll go, oh, no, it is edgy. Like, trust me, it's so unique. You're gonna piss off the libs in charge, I promise. And then people play with it, they toy around with the idea, and they realize, like most of the people realize, it doesn't actually make them happy, and that they're not being subversive at all, and then they kind of grow out of it. At one point, they will realize they were on the wrong side of the pendulum, will swing back. Yeah, but being a leftist online sometimes feels like you just get a opportunity to breathe a little bit over the water, and then you're back to getting choked for fucking 4 years. And then you get like 1 year of breathing when you feel like, damn, is this shit like actually popping? Are we making some changes here? And then nothing comes of those changes, by the way. Like the Black Lives Matter protests were a, phenomenal lesson. It went from a unpopular movement to one that was profoundly popular, that got commodified immediately and then neutered during that commodification, and nothing came of it. Like none of the demands by the protesters were ever heard, and the only thing we heard from the media was how the Black Lives Matter protests were actually riots, and that the demands of defunding the police to like take away some of the funds from the police to give it to community resources that would genuinely combat crime were seen as like ridiculous, psychotic, pro-crime, responsible for the crime wave, which never really existed, by the way. But the crime wave, it's happening. Right? And I don't know. It never really amounts to anything. And maybe I'm the way I am because I'm sitting here fucking rashes all over my body, can't hear out of my fucking left ear, thinking like, what the fuck am I doing? Like I talk about this shit every day. I've been doing it for the past 10 fucking years. And like all I get in return for saying all this stuff that I believe in is I stick my neck out. Everybody fucking hates me. Literally everyone hates me. It just sucks. It sucks. And I know that like the justification for that hatred is it comes from multiple avenues where people will be like, no, we hate you because you're egotistical. We hate you because you can't take criticism. We hate you because you leave your videos on and walk away. And that's like the only reason why you have followers and fans, which by the way, is something that anyone could do apparently, but for some reason they do it. They like it when I do it. Or we hate you because you say whatever everyone agrees with, when in fact, it certainly has not been things that everyone agrees with. You know what I mean? I don't know. It'll be all right. Maybe correct. I would have never considered myself right-wing in any way before I started hanging out in this community, and I started noticing some of my own toxic reactionary takes that I never addressed, but I hated those feelings. Some people double down on them. Bro, you're making a genuine change. I used to be an unironic, sweaty libertarian. You honestly swayed my opinion in a myriad of ways. If you can sway me, you can sway anyone. Maybe. Japan soon? Yeah, that's not going to do anything. That's not going to change anything. I want to watch clips from this fucking podcast. Patrick Bet David had Andrew Tate
Before you
on.
watch the
And it was a 4-hour podcast, which I don't want to fucking watch. I just want to watch clips of it, if that's possible. I don't know where the clips are, where some of the highlights are. But this is basically, no, I'm not going to watch the CNN Chris Christie town hall chat. Come on. It's like an infinitely less useful way to spend my time. Like, this interview in 11 hours got 2.3 million views. It had 200,000 live concurrent viewers. There's clearly a lot of this rhetoric that captivates young people. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was live and it had 200K concurrent viewers apparently. Anyway, I'm not talking about members in this community. Obviously, you guys don't hate me. This is like my own audience. This is the group of people. I mean, I'm sure there's haters in here, but the North Dakota Democratic governor's debate tonight. Are you watching? That's exactly what it feels like when you say, hey, are you going to watch Chris Christie on the CNN Town Hall? Like, no. I didn't watch Nikki Haley, and I'm not going to watch Chris Christie either. I'll watch the highlights later.
We watched the BBC interview with Musk, right? And he goes up and the guy opens up the question with, why'd you agree to do this interview? He says, well, I don't know, what's the name of the BBC? And he's trying to mock them and all this stuff. And there's a part of it where, you know, he calls them out for the mistakes they made. Yeah. And if you go to the bottom of the interview on BBC, you'll see comment section saying, why'd you cut that out? Because Musk puts it on Twitter, but they didn't put it in the interview. Yeah. Then you watch the interview with you. The first question they ask you was, what's the first question? Hey, you've been accused of
serious crimes,
rape or something like that.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. Yeah, I can't watch this. Never mind. This will fucking piss me off. I don't want to watch this right now. All right, Reddit is dead. Let's take a look.
Guys and gals, me, Mutahar, and Reddit is dead. Today's the day those Reddit moderators gonna have to step outside. Ladies and gentlemen, stepping outside may be a dangerous experience for some, touching grass even more so. But Reddit moderators have always been wild to me, working for free to keep this site up that gives you nothing in return, while having the highest opinion of yourself is the weirdest form of human evolution that I've ever seen. Now, Reddit, if you've been trying to access it today, is dead. You know why? I covered this in a video a few days ago. The Reddit blackout. And you know why the Reddit blackout hit up to me? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I got to teach people what an API was, and I showed you that there was a conflict of interest. Basically, TLDR, Reddit is charging for API access, meaning that everyone that uses their API to create a third-party application, or really anything, is going to have to be paying an exorbitant amount of cash over what they used to do. Now, paying for APIs isn't new. Twitter is starting to do so as well. And I think a lot of these websites have started to look at charging for API access, especially with the rise of ChatGPT and like all these LLM models, because they're just afraid that they're going to get completely hounded, they're going to get completely thrown into the ground by having the value of their data set diminished by a lot of these new emerging companies. Then again, I also don't really see the point of all of this because clearly these LLM models, these ChatGPT types are actually accessing the data even without touching the API, so on and so forth. But I'm getting way too ahead of myself. To whittle it on down back to Reddit, the largest subreddits have gone down. Now, to understand how Reddit works, Reddit is a website. The subreddits are actual entire, I guess you could say, forums or chans, if you will, that have like their own individual, discussions. So, for instance, r/Linux gaming will talk about Linux gaming. r/Xbox will talk about Xbox. r/sink pissers. Yeah, that's a real thing, by the way. We'll talk about saving 7 liters of water each time they pee. You degenerates! Use.
Yeah, I saw some of the fucking funniest dumbass subreddits also engaging in the revolutionary act of going dark. Reddit like the cum dumpsters, like r/fucking like cum tribute to women. r/goth sluts has gone dark. r/busty petite has gone dark. r/cum tributes have gone dark. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a complete blackout. We went dark. Hasan_Piker also went dark. I told him, yeah, do it. I don't really give a shit. Who cares? I don't even know if we use API tools or whatever, but fuck it. Why not? Who cares? That's my take on it.
The toilet, okay? All right, I can understand a shower piss, but a sink piss? What's wrong with you? Yeah, there's a subreddit for everything, dude. Honest to God. Go to
Yeah, r/tricking women easily. We'll be joining the blackout against Reddit's efforts to kill third-party apps on June 12th. Oh, that's a perfect take. Yeah, and they did. r/tricking women easily silence was going to be deafening on the Reddit strike. Everyone was waiting for r/tricking women easily to make a statement. Okay? I'm glad that r/gooners, the r/goon squad, has decided to also take a stand against the top of the hour ad break, which comes at the top of every hour, sometimes 13 minutes into the top of the hour. And if you no longer want to see those ads, well, you can participate in the blackout, or you can subscribe for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get one free Prime subscription a month. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Here is the 3-minute ad break now. Can someone explain to me what gooning is? Don't do it. Don't ask. MP Sharky, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour.
/ world politics. I swear you'll be so you'll learn a whole lot about the world. Now, if you go to Reddit's website right now, you'll notice something went wrong. Just don't panic. Try the Reddit Premium, by the way, too. You get monthly coins. No, thank you. Now, of course, even on the mobile applications, our Reddit has just not been working. Even through the third-party applications that are still allowed to function until I believe the end of this month, it still don't work. Now, to understand, I have a few theories. I think simply because today all the subreddits went private, the entirety of Reddit is currently going through some intense server load, trying to privatize every one of those posts, possibly user accounts, lists, so on and so forth. I also believe their recommendations algorithm might be getting completely butt-fucked, given the fact that the largest subreddits that it was pulling from are just no longer accessible. So it's probably digging up from r/some obscure subreddit that nobody's ever heard of up until now, because it's the only one that's publicly accessible. Actually, wait, you can access r/syncpissers, so it actually does seem like some Reddits are not part of this protest, so to speak. So maybe something from the sync pissers will go all the way to like the top of the recommendations, if you will, too. Someone's connecting to Reddit today and learning about saving water. According to an actual live stream right now, yeah, there's a live stream of 7,000 something users watching. 7,243 out of 7,806 of what I believe some of the largest subreddits have actually been gone. They've been private, it's done. Now, of course, I'll tell you right now, Reddit's not worth going to, even if, like, it was functioning, because without...
Fun fact, in 2008, the current CEO of Reddit was a moderator for r/jailbait. That is not a fun fact. That is an unfun fact. That is an insane fact. Holy shit, dude. That is... What? I don't know if I believe that.
These subreddits, without the content, what's the point of me connecting to one of the largest social media platforms imaginable? At this point, Reddit's done for me. If this protest goes on longer than 48 hours, I wouldn't use this platform. But see, that's the problem with this protest. They've already capitulated by giving you a goddamn end date.
Yep.
How do you have a protest and say we're only going to do it for 48 hours? Redditors, dumbasses, keep it going indefinitely if you want changes on your...
Right. 100%. But it seems like Reddit moderators can't fucking stop themselves from moderating for longer than 48 hours. You know what I mean? It's an interesting situation because it's like, you know, it's basically a platform for fun. Like everyone is doing it for free. I don't even know what kind of like financial incentives you have. Like, you don't really have anything. Just do it for Reddit karma, which is super fucking weak. You know? So, I don't know why people take it that, you know, just fucking keep going.
Your platform. Clearly, you've shown that you have the goddamn power to get Reddit by the balls. Use it, you idiots. That's the problem with not making this an indefinite scenario. If you want to win, you absolutely pressure Reddit, the administrators, the team behind the website, to absolutely capitulate by letting them know that if people aren't able to access the content that they want, if people aren't able to get those free mods signing up for their power trips, then nobody's going to be using Reddit, because every popular board would have been flooded with porn and shit a long time ago. So this is clearly something that I think Reddit knows, that if this goes on for like even a week, 2 weeks.
r/neoliberal is participating on the strike. What the fuck? That directly contradicts their unironic ideological perspective. This is what the fuck? It's free market shit. What do you mean? So-called free market fans when what? So-called free market fans engaging in like, I mean, I don't want to call it labor action. r/Sonpiker is too. Did you authorize it? Yes, I did. What the fuck? r/conservatives explicitly not participating for apparently ideological reasons. We r/conservative believe it's important to stay true to our namesake. As such, we will be conserving Reddit by not blacking out. Instead, we're going to do a holiday on most of our rules. Reddit TOS still applies and will be enforced, but feel free to shitpost starting tomorrow to your heart's content. Let the memes flow. Meme post limitations will be removed. Our shitpost rule will be suspended. Here, let's take a look at. So yeah, they didn't. They're not doing it. They're not doing the damn thing. I like that the thing that they are posting with the shit posting is, reminder, this picture is illegal in China, which has a $150 million stake in Reddit via Tencent. Like r/conservative. What are they doing with their with the only platform now that you can where you can get your fucking Reddit itch? Oh, anything that you would do on any other subreddit. Like, this is literally r/world politics. This is Reddit hates China. Redditors literally hate China. You're not doing anything even. Oh my God. The don't tread on me flag with the, oh my God. This is so Reddit and so soy. That's so funny. Like, bro, just, put some other flags on there, like the Confederate flag. I thought you guys were conservative. Conservatives being like, it's time to shitpost, and then they just post their normal beliefs. Well, it's not even that they're posting their normal beliefs. They're posting the exact same fucking beliefs that liberals hold. r/socialism, so-called socialists and their solidarity. Yeah, I don't really care about subreddits like going dark or whatever. We did it because, whatever, solidarity. I don't even fully understand what the API situation is. I don't really care. It's been great. There were a lot of people that were crying this morning, like, Hasan, don't do any drama, don't do any drama. And I was like, I can't even do drama because I don't have access to Reddit. Like, look at that. But hey, I love when Redditors express solidarity, so I love when anybody expresses some level of solidarity. Create drama? I can't. because there's no Reddit. We can't do it. You know?
This can cause irreparable damage to the website. By telling them that it's 48 hours, it's a time incredibly short enough for Reddit to just weather the storm. Hell, they might even pass this off like some server issues for the last 2 days if they really felt like it. This kind of reminds me of a time when I looked at the Modern Warfare 3 Blackout and how protesters literally for this video game said, we're going to be protesting on April 20th. In the words of Silent Rob, a YouTuber that covered this as well too, 11 years ago, why the fuck would any company care about a protest if you've already given them the start and end date? All they have to do is weather out the storm anyways. Same for Reddit right here. Clearly Reddit has shown, the subredditors have shown here that they have absolute control over Reddit. They really do. If people aren't able to access like the biggest Reddits imaginable, like for instance...
Yeah, what is XQC supposed to do for the first hour of a stream is a good question if Reddit is down. What does he do? It's cooked. Is r/XQC down? No shot. Or is it? Maybe it is. Let's see. r/XQCow is not participating in the Reddit blackout. Start streaming an hour late. I'm Taco Belling. I'm laying on the ground. Two main issues that Reddit is going to charge third-party app developers, which will make it so expensive to operate that they're just going to shut down the app. Secondly, there are loads of third-party tools that subreddit moderators rely on. Yeah, I got it. Seems like they're... I don't even fucking know how you solve this kind of these problems, to be honest. Like, I feel like so many of these venture capital backed like online developments and platforms in general are only alive in the least sustainable way possible due to interest rates being near zero and like unlimited money being dumped into Silicon Valley and anything that's like ostensibly Silicon Valley adjacent. How you have 30K viewers to go outside? Brother, you're here. How about you go outside? Motherfuckers be like, dude, I can't believe so many people are watching the news. I hate that. People should go outside instead of doing that. Like I cover the news, man. That's people want to know what's going on in the world. So on the one hand, I feel like Reddit trying to squeeze every ounce of profits that they can, or any ounce of any kind of revenue they can from any avenue they can, is greedy. But also on the other hand, I do kind of understand that like a lot of these platforms that we like, that we rely on, that we take for granted in many respects, are abso-fucking-lutely running on ticker tape. Like there's no, it's not sustainable. Like I don't know how they're going to make money to begin with. And I guess it's like related to an initial public offering. Is Twitter public already? I mean, Reddit public already? Reddit is in trouble right now. After announcing it changes in April, news services, several of the most popular third-party Reddit apps was shut down. No. But they plan to be. They have an upcoming IPO. Well, there you go. Yeah, so that explains a lot. They're trying to they tried to juice their IPO. But unfortunately, it's a really bad time for a tech company to do an IPO, I think, given how the interest rates look, with the express purpose of cooling the economy, which has worked. And the irony is that the IPO situation doesn't really change what I just said. Oh, brother. Fidelity has cut Reddit valuation by 41% since 2021 investment. So here's the problem. The IPO itself would not actually... Hasan talking about IPO like he knows what that actually means, like initial public offering. Is that what you're telling me? I don't know what an IPO means? Like becoming public? That's... You're really? Like that's... I mean, I say I'm dumb all the time, but like, holy fuck, dude. That's insane. I love when fucking day trading Andes think they... Like, because they go to Wall Street Bets, they know so much about how the stock market works. And, like, no one else could ever comprehend the intricacies of the stock market. Ooh, the mysteries. I get it, though. I'm hodling on AMC stock still. Anyway, so what I was going to say is an IPO does not address what I was talking about. Going public does not actually change your lack of revenue sources. Like there's no original content being created on the platform. There's like not a lot of advertising opportunities on the platform. Everything on the platform is UGC. Like everything on the platform is UGC. You're just a forum, which means it shouldn't have a tremendous amount. It shouldn't cost a tremendous amount to run. And you're basically trying to figure out a way to do UGC, like to monetize UGC content, which is like every other platform, like YouTube and whatnot. But it's not exactly a video. It's not a video hosting service, really. It's a link hosting service, and it's mostly text and some visuals. So I don't know how the fuck you would actually. You are contradicting yourself big time right now, bro. What? They do host video. They're not good at it, but they do. I know they host video. But Reddit is not a video hosting service in the same way that YouTube is. YouTube is a video hosting service. Because it's a video hosting service, there are advertisement, there are like inventory. There's inventory that is directly related to video. There's other video inventory that you can sell. Everybody understands how that works, and people want to be on it for that reason. Reddit's only use that I would miss it when I add Reddit to a Google search. If you're unsure whether Reddit blackout protest is important with major subreddits going private, I wrote this last week. These moves from tech companies to charge exorbitant fees to indie developers for API access threaten the internet as we know it. Yeah, it's very frustrating. I don't like this. I was saying... I'm saying I don't know how a lot of these websites will be profitable without constant cash infusions. And this is a move towards like being more sustainable. And in order to generate revenue, just going after literally fucking third-party independent app developers that make the website more usable. So in a way, you're cooking your own user base and killing your own user-generated content and killing the eyeballs, which means you're cutting off more opportunities to fulfill inventory. Okay? But I also don't know how you would generate enough revenue to clear your overhead, even though your overhead is probably less mountainous than like YouTube or certainly a platform like Twitch. But I do feel like name one IPO, like one, like an initial public offering. You want me to name one? WAG. I think WAG did an IPO. I don't know what that would. Facebook. Like a joke, right? Do you think maybe he means no? Phase technically is not an IPO. It's a SPAC, which is like an IPO, but shittier. Actually, WAG might be a SPAC too, because my friend worked on that. Anyway. It's so frustrating when you mix up your points when talking about something the general public doesn't know about. The answer is ads. So fucking simple. You said social media companies running on fumes when that isn't true at all. Other platforms live off ads and Reddit doesn't, so this doesn't apply, bro. The answer is fucking ads. So simple. I mean, they're generating revenue from ads already. Reddit has ads, I'm pretty sure, right? I mean, I never see them because I have ad blocker, but... Reddit earned... No. 1 million from media agencies? No shot. That's so little. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, okay, this makes more sense. Reddit earned a staggering $456 million in revenue in 2021 from ads and premium user subscriptions. The number of Reddit employees reached 700 as of 2021. Yeah, advertisement revenue is always slated to make a company profitable. That's why Twitter is the most profitable social media service on the internet. Famously. Oh, wait, that's not the case. Never mind. But then again, Reddit's, I would suspect that Reddit's bandwidth, Reddit's overhead is probably far, far lower than Twitter. I get so mad at people that know what they're talking about. Like what? KW? Not targeted ads. It's impossible to advertise. I've been trying to say this. Chat gets so mad at people that know what they're talking about. Like what? I'm saying that even with targeted ads, I don't know how much money Reddit could make off of targeted ads. It's not like the most sustainable revenue generation mechanism, considering all of the other social media platforms that are also not profitable. I don't know why you're getting mad at me for saying that. Doesn't Reddit not need ads to make revenue? Its value is what gives it revenue from stocks. Sorry, I'm dumb. No. The reason they are charging now is OpenAI scrapped all their data for free using the APIs. As far as UGC goes, I feel like Reddit UGC is like the lowest rung too. Like Reddit UGC is, if I'm an advertiser and I have an opportunity to fucking run ads on social media platforms, and I'm looking at user generated content on fucking Twitter and how it looks like right now, I'm like, oh God, I don't want to be on there. That's fucking dog shit. If I'm looking at UGC on Reddit, Reddit's been dog shit. Twitter only became, in my opinion, lower on the user generated content scale than Reddit. Like, no disrespect to the Redditors. This is a, no matter how much we shit on Reddit, this is a very soy and very Reddit community. But Reddit UGC across the board is fucking kind of ass. Yeah, also, a lot of Reddit is just driving traffic to other websites. Not, Twitch included, for the record. So I don't know how that works with their platform. Something like Reddit, it feels like a platform like Reddit is supposed to operate like Wikipedia. You know what I mean? Voluntary donations, and have like a complete socialist structure. Because like, it's just, there's no other way. Reddit in that sense is very internet. And when you're that internet, you have to kind of, take the L and not be a for-profit institution. I don't know. That was the intention, but the centralized with images, GIFs, and videos, so shit costs way, way more. A link. I feel like it's cheaper to run than Twitter, probably. Reddit revenue usage statistics. Reddit has generated $350 million in 2021, primarily from its advertising business. Reddit has 52 million daily active users and approximately 430 million users who use it once a month. In 2020, Reddit received over 30 billion views every month. Reddit was valued at $10 billion in August 2021, almost doubling its previous valuation of $6 billion in February 2021. Wonder what that's going to be at now. It also more than doubled its revenue in 2021, with the vast majority coming from advertising. It also launched a Reddit altcoin, which can be gifted to other Reddit users. Oh, God. $30 million monthly average views in 2020, a 42% increase on the previous year. Let's compare that to Twitter. Twitter generated $4.4 billion in revenue in 2022, an 11% decline. 90% of Twitter's revenue came from advertising in 2022. Twitter has 368 million active daily users and 63 million users in the United States. To contrast with like another not dissimilar website, I guess. I've been giving them money. I've given them money for some Reddit coin. It's just fun for awards, like you said, basically a voluntary donation. Reddit has almost completely replaced the ecosystem of previous independent forums. That's the user-generated content that gets views, text posts, and they can't just monopolize or monetize that despite how cheap it is. People won't pay and ads aren't enough. Reddit is like home for literally any niche community, though. If you want info about building a mechanical keyboard or what the fanciest way to brew coffee or whatever, so the UGC is high quality, but r/pics or whatever is the bottom of the barrel. I know, but there's also so much porn. And from an advertiser's perspective, you have to understand there's an unimaginable amount of porn. Okay, they don't really see, because when you buy stuff, you're not like, oh, let me advertise on r/mech keys. When you're going to a platform to purchase ads, you're doing site-wide ad buys, especially ones across like specific demographics. And you don't want that to run across porn. And so much of Reddit is about porn. So much of Reddit, so much of the internet is porn, and Reddit is a reflection of the internet itself because it's like an internet aggregator. So for that reason, advertisers are going to look to a platform with like a shit ton of porn, and they're going to be like, okay, well, I can't go side wide because then my ads are going to run next to pornographic shit. You can target ads on Reddit communities and related communities. No, I get that. I'm not saying it's impossible to I'm not saying it's impossible to run your ads not on porn. I'm saying that if 60% of your content on the website is porn, then you're a 40% smaller you're a 40% smaller website all of a sudden. I mean, I don't know what kind of percentages is like. I don't know what kind of percentages of Reddit UGC is porn. You know? Spoiler alert, they're all on the downfall. I work in the industry and it's all shit behind the scenes. It's cheaper to run Twitter 100%. I work with some people affiliated with Twitter. I do web dev for Twitter, and all I can say is behind the scenes, corny, sorry. Twitter HQ is entirely fucked. Everyone is at each other's throats. Yeah, I mean, that's not surprising me at all. A lot of Silicon Valley tech giants are currently coming to the recognition that without 0% interest rates or near 0% interest rates, their entire industry is built upon lies and lies, because most of it relies on being the first to monopolize an entire sector. Like, they all ran on that with the hopes that they could offer, unique tech. But the reality is they just want to be like the next Google, so they can dominate all advertisement in a specific sector. So every single disruptor is just disrupting either A, labor laws and labor regulations that are in existence already, like Uber, or B, trying to be the next Amazon and like dominate, not e-commerce, but do what Amazon did to e-commerce, but for, one part of one part of the internet. Anyone saying you can run target ads on Reddit is so wrong. It's laughable. I also work in the industry. It's bad back here, but at least look at it from a lens of someone or sources that know what they're talking about. I meet with Twitter and Meta ad teams weekly, and this is how they make money. I've never met with a Reddit ad rep. okay, you're unfortunately hyper focused on your own personal experience. Did you say that Twitter and Meta is doing well? Did you say that Twitter is doing well on an advertisement? They have an advertisement revenue structure that is significantly better than Reddit does. You and I agree on that. And Twitter itself is not doing great on the revenue side. So they're all bleeding money because ultimately the only way that they can sustain is by having an endless supply of funds from suckers that go, oh yeah, I actually think that this they have revealed a new product and they're actually going to be the dominant application for social media. Making millions year over year ain't bleeding. I mean, I don't think Twitter is doing that great. Making billions? Yeah. Is Twitter doing great? I don't think so. Think about how many fucking people work at Twitter. In a lot of circumstances, these companies they cost more to run than what they're worth and how much revenue they generate. If ultimately they're not profitable, then there has to be another vehicle for them existing. Twitter refused to pay Google Cloud bill. According to Platformer, the $1 billion contract is up for renewal this month, and the dispute could lead some Twitter safety services going offline. What? I don't know. I don't. I like what the Redditors are doing. I am a firm believer that the internet should be a place for sharing and for piracy and for porn. So actions like this is great. They're showing solidarity to maintain that aspect of the internet. Reddit trying to milk any ounce of revenue they can off of third-party APIs that make their website more usable and greatly boost their traffic, I think is a silly way to do it. What they should instead focus on is, and I say this to Twitch all the time, find new ways of generating revenue. Not off of like the backs of people that are making your platform more usable that you don't have any control over, but instead from better advertisement initiatives. You know what I mean? Sell something. I feel like companies used to do that back in the day. You know what I mean? It's the basic principle behind a fucking lemonade stand. You can't make a lemonade stand and then expect people to just like buy your lemonade when you're not even serving any fucking lemonade. Just like, well, I have to stand here, and if you like the concept of a lemonade, then please give me money, and that would be great. Like, innovate new ways of generating value and generating revenue. Same with Twitch. Instead of going after the content creators that you're already taking a percentage of their revenue from, that they are generating on this fucking website to cover the back end costs, cover the overhead costs, especially when you're owned by Amazon, find new innovative ways of increasing discoverability, both platform-wide and also outside of the platform. Market Twitch and Twitch creators to the rest of the internet. Okay, find initiatives to do such a thing. Find new advertisement services. So it's not just top of the hour ad breaks that content creators are running for 3 minutes. as they tell you, well, if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Instead of that, though, the easier and short-term solution is to see what you can get away with by milking the people that are generating any kind of value for your platform. Content creators are the ones who are always doing that, so they are the ones who are going to suffer in this regard. Okay? Here's the 3-minute ad break now, by the way, which you can avoid by subscribing or by getting gifted a sub. Thank you, Plant Bake, for the 5 gifted subs. But like I said, I don't know how Reddit would be a profitable platform worth billions, tens of billions of dollars, because I don't know. A lot of what Reddit is an aggregator service that pushes you to other websites. What are they going to do? Kill links on the platform? Why the fuck would you go on Reddit then? It's literally a fucking forum. Like, it's like the most usable forum. Anyway. For the nuanced opinions, what? First of all, I don't think Reddit is for the nuanced opinions. Okay, make no mistake.
r/MacGaming is a Reddit that I've been using for the last week to work on a video regarding playing PC games on modern Macintosh systems. If I can't access Reddits to understand and research and do anything else, then I'm probably not going to touch Reddit, period. Again, the point is, it comes all the way down to these insanely large Reddit communities that allow like-minded people to hyperfixate and research and understand specific niches all day, every day. If you can't do that, Reddit doesn't function. If I can't look at memes on Reddit, I'm not going to be on there. If I can't look up a problem on Google, hit space and type Reddit right afterwards, congratulations, the allure of your site is dead. So ladies and gentlemen, maybe some other platform rises up, maybe some other Reddit-like situation kicks in, but that is only contingent if this protest sticks on longer than 48 hours. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Reddit's dead, and there's a protest going on. Hopefully, this protest lasts a lot longer than it's proposed. Hopefully, it's indefinite. Because if it is, this website will definitely have to capitulate to these users. But that all depends on the will of Redditors around, and we all know Redditors are some of the most weak-willed motherfuckers ever on the face of this earth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.
True.
Street Fighter 6 is the sequel to Street Fighter 5, which was the prequel to the first of 3 versions of Street Fighter 3, which came out 19 years earlier. All of this makes more sense to me than doing combos in Street Fighter 4. Let's get straight to business. Street Fighter 6 has working online play. When 5 came out, it launched without an arcade mode, and the online played like this. With Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter is back to being a real video game. The matchmaking is fast, the load times are quick, and when you get into matches, you can actually play the game. Gotcha. You dead, boy. And the game is a lot of fun. You can parry like Street Fighter 3, you can do a risky chungo slam like 4 and dash in with the green mode, you can spend some meter to do a counter blast, but if you run out of juice, you enter the danger mode, which is bad. You don't want to be in that mode. Nope. Capcom is trying to make players at every skill level feel more powerful. There's a funny announcer that does commentary over your matches like you're playing at EVO.
Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. There's a bar on his torso. Player one, they're going for the super RKO.
Beginners can destroy the AI in World Tour mode. Novice players can use the modern control scheme to spam specials with the press of a button. Intermediate players can outperform combos, and expert players can just clean house with all these new players coming to the game. I did not expect to get a good ranking in Street Fighter because Street Fighter is hard, but then I went on a 16-match win streak and got placed in Platinum. So since I get to win a lot, this is a good game.
You gotta go for my funny.
And Andy's out of there. Okay. The arcade.
This is why I don't fucking play these fighting games, man. This shit is so frustrating. There's something that's like extra frustrating about fighting games. When you're getting your ass beat on camera, it makes you feel like you're actually getting your fucking ass beat. The only other game that made me that angry ever was MOBA games. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just so frustrating.
Mode is what you would expect from a modern fighting game. The higher level AIs can put up a nice challenge, but the character endings are pretty abysmal. Remember in Street Fighter 2 when you're at the award ceremony and Ryu doesn't even show up? He's like, I don't give a shit about the money. I'm already walking to the next challenge. That was a badass ending. In Street Fighter 6, Ryu's ending is that a dude looks at that ending on his phone. Like, come on, man.
You know what? Maybe this ain't so bad.
Yes, it is. Shut up. I miss the days when fighting games had to tell their story through the arcade mode instead of some gimmicky single-player mode like World Tour mode. The best thing about World Tour mode is the character creator.
Yeah, gotta say, you're photogenic.
Basically, you run around a 3D city punching people on the sidewalk because the game is called Street Fighter. Hold right trigger and press an attack button to perform the master action. So hold this and I uppercut the grandma. It's surprising how much effort went into this, but like most gimmick modes, it mostly squanders what's great about the game. The computer players are set to a very low difficulty where they barely even fight back. They just kind of stand there and die. It's not a good mode, but it is a very funny mode.
You're strong.
There's a lot of new faces on this roster. I fought Roomba, I fought Refrigerator, I fought Truck, I fought Basketball. When I entered the online lobby, I noticed that my monstrosity of a character actually fit in very well with this community.
What is happening? Why is it that, like, when left to their own devices, gamers make the most insane characters, bro? Like, maybe I'm wrong, but, like, I certainly would not be making that kind of character. I'd be making a character that, like, that looks like me but fucking jacked. You know what I mean?
Over here at this desk, you can enter tournaments which do not actually work, and then the guy behind the desk dances while you yell at him. There is also a rotating selection of arcade cabinets where you can compete each day for high scores. This is a really cool feature. You can play Mega Man to Power Battle. People who don't know any better can play Street Fighter 1. In Final Fight, you slam through the same city from World Tour mode, except instead of winning indefinitely, you die immediately. Now when people go, oh, Dunkey, you suck at Street Fighter, I can be like, oh yeah? Then explain how I'm ranked 62 on Volgus. Even though my character looks like he belongs in the Smeagol game, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Street Fighter 6 is more fun than Smeagol game. Anybody who knows about fighting games knows about the 3 a.m. test, okay? Street Fighter 6 has passed that test multiple times where you look at the clock and go, oh, okay, we gotta get off of this now.
Dude, his character is so grotesque. It's like hard to look at. I don't know how he did it, but he fucking did it. I'm like, yesterday I saw Andrew Tate character. Oh God. So the person who made an Andrew Tate character is either the worst person or the funniest person. Oh, before I forget, here's Charlie Kirk. He had some fun shit. Here's Turning Point USA. At his Young Women's Conference, Charlie Kirk held a Toilet Paper USA Women's Leadership Summit. Here's some of the, I mean, I'm not going to show you the Riley Gaines highlights. It's fucking annoying. But this is a funny one. At least let's look at the funny one. Okay, here it is.
From the last question, but I just wanted to ask, since from the conservative movement, a lot of people are pushing, you know, getting married young, having kids young, starting a family, and from a Christian perspective, this culture of dating isn't really in the Bible. So I was just going to ask from, you know, a Christian perspective, someone who's young and just started dating, what is your advice in dating and pursuing marriage as a Christian?
Sure, great question. First of all, let me ask, who here wants to find a husband? Raise your hand. Okay, so he's going to kill me. There's someone that works for my team who's very high IQ. If you can email me resumes, freedom@charliekirk.com. I'm not kidding. He's going to murder me. So he's very smart, so freedom@charliekirk.com. I could tell you, very ethical, very capable.
That was insane. Here you have the conservative mating ritual. Resumes. As you noticed, there is no longer any biodiversity. These are all white, blonde women. The alpha dog in the room is the only male allowed in the room. He is, of course, treated like a higher species as a male. And in that process, he has decided to lie and say his friend has very high IQ, when in fact he is talking about himself, and his IQ is not very high. Here you see the alpha dog with a tiny face on a gigantic dome, trying desperately to field courtesans from the crowd, lacking biodiversity.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kirk. My name is Abigail, and I'm one of the co-presidents of the new TPUSA chapter at Pepperdine University.
This one is a bit diverse. She is called a dirty blonde. Notice how she's still wearing the fashionable pink in an effort to peacock and try to stick apart from the crowd. However, this attempt, failure. Why, you might ask? Because every single woman decided to do the same thing.
In Malibu, California.
Pepperdine University is famous for having a ginormous cross on its college campus in Malibu. It is where all the students that want to remain close to their parents who are down at the rehabilitation clinic down the street, that's where they all go.
My other co-president is right there. She's awesome. So, like these other women in this room, I am very driven career-wise, and my goals are set on succeeding as an orthopedic surgeon. And I have really rarely thought about even getting married, having children, and even going into dating. Like, it's just something that I never really thought about.
Bro, why is the entire women's summit about dating, dude? What's happening? And they're all asking Charlie Kirk, who's the most unfuckable loser. Dude, what is going on, dude? Yo, are women okay? What's happening? Are y'all all right? What's going on, ladies? Yo. I see so many like multiple cat owners in the crowd. This is what's happening.
Would you be able to give me some advice as somebody who so badly wants to succeed in surgery, but to get out of residency fellowship, I'm going to be 30 before I can really focus on myself. So what's some advice?
She's like, don't be I want to be a doctor and a wife. I want to be doctor wife.
For really balancing my career as well as venturing into settling down?
Yeah, ask Charlie Kirk, a fucking high school dropout, how to do the juggling act of your own personal career as a woman and one who has aspirations to be a housewife simultaneously. It's like, yeah, you're at the wrong conference, okay? Just go to med school and marry a fucking doctor for med school. Like, what do you mean? And then both of you guys can cheat on each other with the nurses. You know? Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, you're going to have to choose which one matters more, and that will be up to you. So, first of all, thank you for being involved with Turning Point USA. So here's my piece of advice. Go try to spend a couple days with babies, and if it doesn't move you to want to have some of your own, then go do the surgeon thing.
What if it does move her? Then you're telling her that, like, she shouldn't become an orthopedic surgeon? What the fuck? That's terrible advice, brother. What's happening? He said, give up being a doctor so that you can have children if you like His advice is touch a baby. Am I going crazy? Is this... Women are so down bad, dude. This is the biggest L I have seen for women so far. Asking Charlie Kirk relationship advice is fucking hilarious. What does he know? He's never seen pussy, dog. What do you mean? The fuck does he know about relationships? He's never dated a woman.
I mean that. If you don't get baby fever being around young kids as a young lady, then you kind of have your answer. But if you're around a young child or a young baby, or like all of a sudden something greater than yourself gets activated, where all of a sudden you feel maybe a prodding by the Holy Spirit, then you got something to think about. But look, you could potentially do both. You could become an orthopedic surgeon and still do that. But there will be a lot of people that says, oh, just put the family thing on hold and put that on hold. I just want to caution you, a reality is that there are a lot of successful 35-year-old orthopedic surgeons that have cats and not kids. And they're very miserable. Most of the radical left is largely being run by childless young ladies, young women that are in their mid-30s that are super miserable on antidepressants, because I think they're missing something.
Bro, this is insane. Like, these are women who, if they follow through on their dreams and desires, will be objectively better for society than Charlie Kirk could ever imagine. Alex Clark is TPUSA influencer. Oh my God, Alex Clark. Remember when we used to watch her videos? She's back.
Oh my gosh.
We used to watch Alex Clark videos all the time on the broadcast. Do you guys remember? That was like super old school HasanAbi heads will remember this. It was the worst. Pop politics or poplitics or something. She must be so mad when she sees, like, what is the female Femme Shabibo popping the fuck off. I'd be so bad. I'd be so upset if I was the brunette that was supposed to be the Femme Shabibo.
Young Women's Leadership Summit, are you ready to see this degenerate, rotten culture that we've been living in get a makeover?
Young Women's Leadership Summit, are you ready to see this degenerate, rotten culture that we've been living in get a makeover? Young Women's Leadership Summit, are you ready to see this degenerate, rotten culture that we've been living in get a makeover?
Well, you are in the right place. I see so many incredible 70s inspired outfits right now. I see sequins and stars and stripes and big floral prints. You guys nailed it. Every year you take this theme and you run with it. I love to see it.
Virtually every surface of this conference center was covered in YWLS branded appliques. It was frankly extremely impressive. One detail they failed to vet, a massive pride flag flying outside the hotel. The first thing I saw when I pulled up. Charlie Kirk addressed from the stage. I tried my best to take down the flag, everybody. I failed, okay? I'm sorry.
That is so amazing. First ever. Okay, so I'm going to ask another question because like Alex, I'm going to have some homework, but I'm going to be even more direct, okay? Who here traveled and you don't know anybody in this room? Raise your hand. Okay, so keep your hand up. If you do know somebody, go find somebody with their hand up and introduce yourself. Because here's what we're not going to do, okay? We have a men's summit now at Turning Point USA. And it's very different than our women's summit. It's very different. It's in the woods, and we deprive them of calories. There's no disco ball. It's a whole thing. I will say, though, that our women's summit is different in a couple different ways. I'll tell you about it. One of the things is that it tends to be a little cliquey. You ever seen Mean Girls? Okay, that's what I mean. We're not going to do the cliquey thing, okay? So I am...
Wait, isn't this a lesbian flag?
Telling you to go out of your comfort zone if you are here with a friend, to go find someone that does not know a soul here that was bold enough and courageous enough to travel halfway around the country, and you're going to go introduce themselves so that tomorrow when I ask that question, no one raises their hand, okay? We're going to do that tonight, and you're going to act on that, okay? Now,
they're selling bedazzled gun and fuck Joe Biden purses. A lot of speakers hit on the same issues, but if one stood out, it was a consistent attack on transgender people as usual. Kirk, we have seen an all-out, deliberate, concentrated, nonstop, relentless assault on women in this country by creepy, narcissistic freaks.
Who really does look good. It's far easier to live in a society that encourages modesty than to live in a society that encourages women to show it all, flaunt it all the time. Who can ever keep up with that?
Okay, but like, that's a matter of perspective, right? Like, a more religious person would look at Laura Ingraham and be like, listen, you unmarried harlot with 5 adopted children, why are you showing almost your breasts and your arms? Why are you even talking on stage? Like, it's quite literally how conservative, like, it only goes backwards. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. She fucked Keith Olbermann. She fucked Dinesh D'Souza, brother. Doesn't get worse than that. In college. Yeah. In college, she worked under Dinesh D'Souza for the school paper, where they outed the gay students at Cornell University when they were having like a secret club and a safe space. She also had sex with, or not Cornell, sorry, Dartmouth. Thank you for clarifying. How do you know this? I just know so much stupid shit about conservatives. Anyway.
By the way, other than maybe Giselle Bundchen, who really does look good in a thong bathing suit on the beach. Anyone want to? I'm sorry. You got to be a special type of person who looks good in that. The floss bathing suits, no. Now, it's easier to live, I think, as a woman in society that supports mothers and fathers living together in a 2-parent household than to live in a society that constantly undermines the ideal. It's far easier to live in a society that encourages.
I can't emphasize how creepy Benny Johnson is in person. Telling a group of 18 to 22-year-olds how to become a woman of value. Why would they listen to Benny Johnson? Benny Johnson is not even interested in women.
Become a woman of value. Become a woman of value. There's no good men out.
He's literally gay. Like, this is a homosexual man who cheats on his wife regularly with other men. Okay? Why should any... Like, I mean, it's no different than listening to Charlie Kirk, let's be real. Like, one is a permanent virgin, and the other one is having too much sex, just not with his fucking wife. These are the men that the conservative movement has brought forward in front of these young conservative women who's supposed to be giving them important lessons on how to be a woman.
Out in the world. There's no great men out there. Are you a great woman? Have you behaved like a great woman that would attract a great man? Well, there's two parts of this. Attraction is magnetic. You have to have both ends of the magnet. So,
yeah, he's like, for me, I'm like a magnet. When I see a dick, I'm just fucking stuck to it. You know what I mean?
Have you been a great woman? There ain't nothing wrong.
I love that, dude. He's doing just straight up misogyny. Hey, ladies, you want to attract great men? How about you be a great woman? That's awesome.
Wrong with being a trad wife. Being a trad wife's based. Men.
Oh. Charlie Kirk is not married to Candace Owens. I do think he has a girlfriend now, or maybe a wife. Oh, dude, you're like 36. You said being a trad wife's based. Oh, ew. Gotta be hard for Benny to be in the office and hear his peers being like, you hear what the gays are doing now, and not reflexively going, no, we're not. No. That's not the problem. The problem is when he hears what the gays are doing, he's like, fuck, I wish I was there doing that thing that the gays are doing. Like, damn, what? They didn't invite me? I mean, fuck, that's so gay and bad. I would hate if someone did that to me. Butt stuff? Ew.
There ain't nothing wrong with being a trad wife. Being a trad wife's based. Men love this. And you know what? It's so interesting to go on to social media, libs posting their elves. Listen to this. Listen to this. It went viral in my feed. This lib woman posting about how she can't find, she wants a really big, strong man.
Yeah, like Benny Johnson. Or Charlie Kirk. Or Ben Shapiro. Who's the big, strong man in the conservative commentator space, dude? It's only Tom Fitton and Dan Bongino. Those are the only two that do steroids, who I have great respect for, both of them, okay? Especially Tom Fitton. Tom Fitton, objectively an attractive man, okay? He can't be fitting in his goddamn T-shirts, but let me tell you, okay? He is... Nick Adams? No.
Who provides for her, who's an alpha, but there's just one problem. See if you can find out.
Do you want to know one of the saddest realizations I recently had?
Oh my God, this is such fucking New York Post bait. It's such like bait for people to be like, yeah, I'm the fucking alpha dog for you, baby. If you want some disappointing sex and an alcoholic who will beat you, I'm your fucking man. You know what I mean? That's like what she posted this for, so people could fucking stitch it and say that.
Was that as a liberal woman, it is really hard to find a man who is willing to play the more traditional masculine role in the relationship in today's day and age, who is not a conservative. A man who wants to pay on the first date, who wants to open your door, who has that want and desire to take care of you and to provide, who is not a conservative. And obviously, as a liberal woman, I do want to be respected for my independence. And I do want to have my own autonomy in the relationship and not be confined or conform to the traditional female homemaker.
He's like, guess what? My entire evidence for this is one TikTok.
I can't. The mic is so far away. What is this?
I can't push it back. Oh, there it is.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I think my mic's off.
No,
Check,
it's not.
check. You just left it on.
No, I just turned it on when you got
Hello,
here.
everybody. Wow, they're so sweet. They, you know what? Feels
Boss
good to
is
be
back.
loved by community. Oh, I can't. The mic can't get any closer.
Oh. We're watching Turning Point USA's Women Leadership Summit, and literally all of it is about like telling women to just avoid leadership roles and basically find a man.
Yeah.
It's like a joke. No, I would have thought that this would be sarcastically a joke that I would say, oh, like, what are they learning? How to be a trad wife? Yeah, no, literally, like.
Childbearing role. And most of the men that I've dated who do have that more natural provider masculinity about them are normally conservative. So I don't really know what to do because I don't want to compromise my morals and values just to find a man. But
this is the most
am I asking
bullshit
how many
thing I've
people
ever
you
heard in my
do?
life.
Well, you
Okay, but first, I mean, look.
First of all, that's a gay man.
That is?
Yeah.
What is he?
In the closet.
He's in the closet?
He's an in the closet gay man.
Oh, yeah.
With a wife.
He sucked my dick at the Abbey last night.
Let's go, dude. He was bad, right?
Oh, it was a lot of teeth. A lot of teeth.
Your gaydar is so busted. Anyway, but yeah, he's like showing this TikTok about how this like liberal TikToker supposedly can't find like
a liberal man,
any liberal man that will provide. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I don't know, you know, like oh yeah, because liberals are notoriously broke.
Yeah, it's like
oh wait, aren't most billionaires liberals? Right?
I mean, I guess
if you want to really play that game, name I mean, there's a lot of conservative billionaires. Okay, like the Koch brothers. By the way, I thought the Koch brothers were like literally like COKE brothers. Like I thought they owned. I thought they were talking about. There's a couple of brothers that own Coca-Cola, and those were what everybody was talking about. The Koch brothers, and they started Coca-Cola, and they were super. But I had no idea. I had no idea that they was KOCH, and I don't even know what the fuck they do, to be honest with you. But I thought for sure. I was like. I was out there drinking Pepsi and protest.
Their grandfather helped both Nazi Germany and the USSR build oil refineries.
Dude, I was bored, so I was driving. I was just driving around. I went and had a cappuccino at Bottega Louis, and then I went and drove around, and I was on Rodeo, and there was some guy protesting in front of Louis Vuitton, with naked. With his boobs, like breasts out. He had breasts, which is totally fine. I mean, I don't know how they identified, but they had breasts out. They're completely all their breasts out. And they were holding a sign with a swastika, and they were protesting Louis Vuitton for supporting Nazi Germany during World War II.
Did you just say swastika?
Is that how it's pronounced?
What the fuck is a swastika?
Wait. How is it pronounced?
Swastika, man.
Oh, really? Well, look, I'm not really super familiar with him.
Are you drunk? Yeah, he's like, I'm so woke. I don't even know how to say swastika.
I've always thought it was swastika. I've always thought it was swastika.
Oh wow, swastika.
Oh yeah. But he was screaming in his he said the F slur too. Well, he said this is what he said. He said
photo. Let me see.
He said reparations for Jewish and LGBT people. Evidently, he left out the rest of it. But but here, I mean, I don't even want to play the
Austin's
audio.
like, what about the Romani?
But there he is, right there. See, and you can't see his breasts, but there's his or their breasts. Okay. But he had look at the sign, see, and he wants reparations for
that's like
the Jewish and
insane
LGBT
person.
But he was screaming. Well, he was like, we need reparations for the Jewish and LGBT people. And then he turned around and started chasing people down the street and calling them the F slur. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So naturally I got my phone out and started recording it. Anyway, it was an interesting thing. We actually went back around the block. Davide and I went around the block to get another view. I was like, what the?
Awesome.
You know? Anyway, I can't show you because he says the F slur a lot in the video. But
Yeah,
anyway.
he's just like some tweaker, dude. I don't fucking know.
All right, sorry.
Anyway, let's finish.
You can
this.
learn how to bake a cake first. If you want a cake, you need it to. And number two, that's such an interesting way of saying it. Have my cake and eat it too. I want a strong traditional man, but I'm not willing to be a strong traditional woman. I'm not willing to sacrifice any of my values, but I want a man to stand up for the conservative values.
No, she says like she wants a man who's not going to be like a fucking piece of shit, but also will take care of her. This has nothing to do with liberalism or conservatism. I'm not in the business of being like a conservative husband is going to be incapable. Not every conservative husband is going to look like fucking Steven Crowder. And not every liberal partner is going to be like Austin, okay? Some
look,
of them won't be selfish tops.
Excuse me, hold on. First of all, I was raised to be the breadwinner.
You were raised to be gay.
Well, yeah, they raised me gay.
They raised you wrong.
Yeah, they raised me gay. From the moment I was a young child, they used to say, "You're gay." You're gay, and I'm like, I like girls, and like, no, you don't. You're gay.
And then you're like, "Fuck, I don't want this.
I don't want this."
You were looking at gay porn, going, "No."
Yeah, they indoctrinated me from the beginning. It was really insane. They used to hang pride flags in my room and everything like that. Every time. Yeah, they used to call me their little F slur.
That's fucked up.
What?
Oh, okay.
That's what they did.
Yeah, that's why he keeps calling Kaya that.
Yeah.
He's trying to pay it
I'm going to raise my children gay. He's
trying to gay it forward,
That's right.
actually.
I what do you call it? My cats are gay, both of them.
Really? With each other?
Yep, they're gay.
See?
They're very
nastiness.
gay. And it's because they have been around me.
Yeah. Your aura. Everyone knows this.
You ever wonder? This is a bad topic.
What were you going to say?
We'll talk about it on the
No,
podcast.
okay. We'll save it for the pod.
Talk
We're doing
about it
a
on the
second episode.
I just wanted to talk about, like, what are your animals like? We just do shit in front of our animals. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
What do they think? You know what I
Probably
mean?
don't think about it.
Well, no, sometimes, anyway.
Oh, God. I can't wait for you to open up this can of worms.
No, but, like, it's not in a weird way. Come on. You guys are making it fucking weird, okay?
I still can't hear out of my left ear.
Yeah, you guys quit making it weird. Y'all immediately went to some weird shit. No, don't you. Shut the fuck up, virgin, okay?
What the fuck?
Sorry, that was a little toxic. All right.
All right, let's watch this guy.
Liberals posting their L's. Now, why does even that liberal woman want these things? Well, because science actually shows that conservatives are happier. Conservatives do the kind of things, this from The Atlantic, like getting married, having children, going...
Yeah,
liberals notoriously have no children.
Yeah, I always also think of like, when I think of a happy person, I think of like a 75-year-old man whose children fucking despise him, and he will never know the names of his grandchildren, standing outside of a Planned Parenthood, screaming at like a 14-year-old rape victim trying to walk in. That's what I think of. When I think of like the picture of happiness in my mind is that guy. I'm always like, that's the guy that's happy for me. Definitely. Very cool. Conservatives do the kind of things that lead to happiness, like getting married and having children. And yes, going to church. Conservatives with the social connections that make us happy. Wait, this article is literally written by a conservative then. You said us conservatives are very happy. I mean, fuck. Conservatives I hear are very happy, according to this report. Not me.
Is this my water from earlier?
Yes.
Which one? There's like 3 unopened. There's 3 half.
Closest one to you. Most of them are probably
Going to
good.
church. Conservatives build social connections that make us happy. You are the ones who are
can I
actually
say
happy.
something?
Pew Research shows that.
Say it.
Can I say something? Look, I've been to straight bars, okay? There is nothing more miserable and combative and like the antithesis to building connections than a fucking straight bar. You go into gay bars, gay people fucked up, blacked out, they run into you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Don't worry about it, honey. Everybody is happy. Everybody is having a great fucking time. Everybody feels included. Everybody feels free. It is, and I've been to both, okay? And I'm a little biased, but I can tell you the experience in gay bars is, look, I'll be honest. If Jesus was here today, Jesus would model a bar after a gay bar, 100%. That would be God's bar, would be a gay bar. I'm going to go out and say it, right? It's more godlike. I'm serious. Loving, everybody shaking hands, helping thy neighbor, right? Tipping thy stripper with thy one. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that is
never happens in straight,
right?
strip clubs.
Straight strip clubs are more combative. They're like, you know what I mean? Gay strip clubs are like crazy.
I don't know why this became a gays versus straights argument for you, but everything devolves into that lately.
Oh shit, I didn't really think about that.
It
was supposed to be a conservative thing.
Yeah.
I took out the like.
Yeah, you're very combative towards
I don't know why, but all of a sudden I thought all
Pride Month got
that was kind of conservative of me to think that all liberals were just gay. That's like immediately my brain went to gay or liberals, and then not gays or conservatives.
Yeah,
that was very.
Well, you're right. I am conservative.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Sounds very notorious.
What was I gonna say?
What is true?
The person talking right here about how like conservatives are happy is literally living a lie, a life full of deceit and lies. You spilled a little bit on your chest right here. He is a gay man, and there is no fucking shot that he's happy.
Wait, is he actually gay?
Yeah, 100%. I know from.
Grindr?
Let's just say I know from inside information that.
Oh yeah, you've got I got
the
tea.
streets. Yeah, he's a gay man, and
everybody knows
he's a gay man who's no longer allowed to go on trips by himself.
Do you have any gay friends other than me?
I live in literally the gayest place.
You don't go outside though.
It doesn't matter. Of course, I have plenty of gay friends. You are the least gay friend I have. As a matter of fact.
Oh, you know what? I went out with one of my gay friends who wants to meet you, by the way.
Uh-huh.
He's like a huge HasanAbi. Well, he's become one because I showed him you.
Uh-huh.
He thinks you're really hot. Which is a given. And then but he told me, said that Austin, your pants are too tight. Yeah, he's like they're too tight. And then I was like, well, tell me, like, what do you really think of my style? And I was like, he tried to like compliment me and be like, oh yeah, no, like I'm really like gravitated towards men that have no sense of style. And I was like, he's like, I could fix this. And I was like, wow, that is really an insult. So
yeah, you deserve it. You deserve the shade.
Shade never made anybody less gay. So.
Bro, imagine hooking up with a guy you met at the Abbey and he shows you a HasanAbi shirt.
I didn't hook up with him. We're good friends, okay?
Yeah.
Conservatives are more likely to be wealthier, healthier, love their job, have friends, be more religious, more likely to be married, more likely to have children, more likely to be satisfied. They're more likely to be happy. And also, when they judge what makes people happy...
Why is he so angry talking about this?
Because he's an angry man. What's really funny about studies, especially on wealth, is that you're putting the cart before the horse. It's not because they're conservative that they're happier or wealthier. They're literally conservative because they became wealthy. Like, wealthy people are conservative because they want to preserve their fucking wealth. Yeah, it's true. Rich people are very conservative.
Mm-hmm.
It's so stupid. It's like, yeah, it's true. Science literally shows conservatives are worse in bed. In East Germans, my country had the best sex. Also, conservatives quite literally have built movements online like QAnon due to the fact that they experience so much social isolation from their friends and family, their immediate friends and family members, that they gravitate towards like psychotic, schizophrenic conspiracies.
What doesn't make people happy is obsessing about their education, their race, their ethnicity, and their gender. What does make people happy? Having children, living a religious life, knowing God, knowing that that's your body and that's someone else's body. And we know that in our family because we're happy to be welcoming another child into this world. Girl, Dad, not much longer, baby boy on the way.
So angry.
Ladies and gentlemen, lucky for us, strong families build strong nations, and we're the ones having the strong families. We're the ones raising the strong families. We're the ones having the kids. Hey, listen, I mean, at the very least, we'll outbreed them, quite frankly. You see that?
Yeah, why does that seem to not happen, though?
Outbreed them?
If that was the case, why has that
why is that not working? Why are the younger generations becoming more and more progressive as time moves forward? Why is that
Well,
happening?
I mean, it's not necessarily. There's still plenty of fucking shitheads in Gen
Yeah, but
Z
it is
too,
getting more progressive, right?
Yeah, but that only is due to certain social, cultural norms opening up a little bit. So, like, people take it for granted because that's like our natural state. You and your followers are losers, says the guy, the gray name, that traveled all the way across the interwebs to a place where he wants to be angry.
You and your followers are losers.
First of all, it's your. And secondly, this might be a community of losers, led by losers like ourselves.
Totally losers.
But at least these guys are watching something that is entertaining them.
We're woke and broke.
You're watching, yeah, exactly, so broke. You're watching someone that you hate, brother.
Yeah. Find
Don't you think that that's good for? Don't you think that's bad for your mentality, for your mental state? Like you found yourself.
Oh God, that's bad for my mental state.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ursula? I don't think she's gonna have kids. Well, I'll breed them. I'm okay with that. This is a numbers game, baby. Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Make sure the desires of your heart are the things that make you happy, that make you satisfied, that make you glad, that make you live a purposeful.
Yeah. You know, God famously said, hate everybody that doesn't do what you like to do.
Yeah.
Hate them, hate them, hate them, outbreed them, and try to eliminate them from existence.
Well,
he famously said that in the Bible.
For Benny Johnson, like, he's never fucked a woman for pleasure, so I do understand why he's like, yeah, just breed. That's why you fuck women, right? To breed. To have children, that's the goal. No other goal, obviously. It's not fun.
Phil.
This is Benny Johnson is a case in point. Once you hit that sweet G spot one time with your penis, you're like, I can't go back.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
But
It's
like,
not
like which G spot?
I'm saying the butthole.
Oh, like you get. I've never done. I've never bottom before.
No, I'm saying once you with your penis, if you
hit it. Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's over.
Anal sex is bad. I'm
a little biased, I think.
No, I think anal sex is the best type of sex out there.
I think you might be a bit biased.
I think it's the only way.
I think it's you might just a tad bit biased. I think.
You haven't even tried it like I have.
I have.
You got to get that. You got to get that.
I have done anal.
Yeah, but you got to do it.
I've had good experiences with anal and bad experiences with anal.
But you just got to get.
But the bad ones are so bad that it like
it's just kind of like
fucked me up for me.
It's kind of like coffee. Did you like coffee when you first started?
It's an
drinking
acquired
it?
taste. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you just got to keep drinking, and now you can't live without it.
Okay, I'll keep trying.
Just keep going.
I'm good, actually. I'm fine.
Just keep on chugging along.
No, I'm good. I think. Look, hey, more power to you. More buttholes for you. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? That's absolutely right.
Hasana bottom confirmed. No, we're talking about having.
Are you kidding me? There's no way this guy could be a bottom. He bottom once and throw out his whole back.
First of all,
he'd have
how
to
dare you?
He'd have to go out on a stretcher.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? If I put my heart and mind and bussy to it, I could
There's
bottom.
no. I mean, you do have a butt, but it's only for looks. That's it. It's zero function. It's like out of commission. You know?
Yeah. No one in the stream ever bottoms. What?
I
have women on stream.
That's
Straight
true.
women.
Straight women.
They bottom.
Will, are you naked?
All right. Anyway, everyone's here. We're gonna start the podcast, so I'm gonna hit the last 3-minute ad break here. We're doing a second episode of the podcast. This time with Will. She's upstairs in timeout. She was barking. I'll bring her downstairs in a second.
And look, a lot of you.
What?
A lot of you need to start. Look, Fear and it. You need to. I want you to tune in. All right. We spent a lot of time working on this podcast. All right.
Yeah. You don't think is it not hitting?
No, it's hitting. But I just want to remind everybody. Time to watch
and subscribe
to
the Patreon.
Fear and Patreon.
Austin is broke, guys.
Yeah.
He needs money.
I do. I'm desperate.
He needs more money.
I do.
Patreon.com/FearAnd. I did a shameless promo of you licking my arm. And
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome. I wonder if we got a boost in our subscribers. I licked Hasan's arm in the Patreon. Oh yeah,
that's true. You did do that. We're filming another one so that we can have one fired up when we get to Japan, but it won't be a Japanese.
Yeah. I licked his arm and then he beat me up.
Yeah,
about 10 minutes straight.
And I said homophobic slurs.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
Kaya joined in too. She got a couple of good licks.
She was barking the F word back at Austin because she learned.
Probably shouldn't describe that when I'm talking about a dog. Like licks, like a good couple of punches.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't even think of it like that. What the fuck? It's my daughter. Anyway, see you guys on the other side. I'll be live tomorrow. Same time, same place, baby.
Peace out.
Peace. We got Will from his Diablo slumber for this. One level left, he says. Bye.
Bye. Adios.
Great names take embrace. Tiny Bernie Sanders, LGBTQ Air Force. The whole left at your fingertips, on at your door. H3 crowded debate, the Young Turks online show. 3 full fucking years of this, plenty more to go. 90-day fiance, talks of champagne bourgeoisie. A Trump rally live reaction, a mass riot at DC. There he is again, Hasan is streaming. Hasan is streaming.